Greetings, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Bloodborne. So, today we're going to go ahead and continue on. I believe in the last episode I went ahead and I maxed out my weapon, so we're going to be heading to another area and whatnot. We could continue on in the nightmare, but we're not going to go there. We're going to go ahead and I believe we are going to head to... Yes, I was just checking my weapon, make sure it was maxed and whatnot. It had all the blood gems. That's all I was doing here. We're going to, we're going to head to the upper cathedral. That's what it is. Excuse me, as my train of thought is a bit gone. Believe it or not, I actually, I'm recording this a lot later than I usually want to. I usually like to record this and have this uploaded by Monday, somewhere around, 11 and whatnot, but I wasn't able to do that this time. But yeah, please do me a favor and check out that video that I posted about Deacon St. John, character analysis and whatnot. Someone already, I guess, viewed it and they didn't really care for it, considering it's only got a dislike, but I don't really care about that. I do want people to see it and whatnot, especially considering if we're getting, again, not last, but well, actually, we are getting a Last of Us 3. Oh, Lord have mercy. But I'm pretty much done with that franchise. I'm not giving them another chance in that sense. The Last of Us is just about woke politics, and I'm not going to follow that. But yeah, please do check out Days Gone. And if we are getting that sequel, then I really hope that video does, get some attention, because people, I feel like we shouldn't have to experience that horror again. But we're going to pick up some key items, because we just saw a blood trail, and guess who we find here? Very interesting.
It can't be. This is a nightmare.
As you can see, she's quite hysterical. And as you can hear, like, little sounds it's making. We're gonna go ahead and resolve that issue. I was like, oh wow, I missed. Come on. I was just like, scope this idiot. There we go. Scoped. They are linked. If you kill her, the baby dies. If you kill the baby, it says that it doesn't actually say search corpse, so some people imply that she's alive. Maybe just like fainted from, I guess, shock from all of that, giving birth to said baby. I apologize if you can hear cop cars right now, because I actually just heard gunshots. Oh my goodness, that's loud. That is quite loud. Okay, I hope we're good now. I just had to stop the audio recording, because I really did not want to have to listen to some cop cars and whatnot. But yeah, very, very, I guess disturbing for her. Though I guess she would, it's only natural she'd be hysterical considering the thing that she just gave birth to. So Bloodborne's been out long enough. I'm sure if you want to look at the lore, you can look at Body or someone for that matter. Though I wouldn't mind actually doing a lore discussion of Bloodborne and my overall thoughts on some of the lore and some of the stuff I feel that we missed opportunities. And I feel like that would be really interesting, so maybe I can get with someone, and we can do a little something there. In the meantime, perhaps. But continuing on, yeah. I feel like, in my most recent video, I'd like you to give that a look. It's a character analysis. I know it could be better and whatnot. It could be super edited and whatnot, and, you know, as I learn, you know, we'll get to that point, but currently, it's just a little bit beyond me, for now, and whatnot. But definitely give that a look at, and whatnot. So I'm going to record this, and I'm also going to record another episode of this, and as well as my podcast, I'm going to try and get that uploaded as well. Or at least just record it, and if I have to record, if I have to upload this maybe at, you know, a later time, maybe in the evening, then I will. But I just wanted to make sure that I, definitely get this, upgraded. I'm just really hoping that I, don't deal with, what is it called? So, those cop cars again. So I actually did hear gunshots, so. That was literally like a while ago, so I don't know if like they're on the run. Yeah, I don't actually live in a very good city, by any means. I actually live in one of the most infamous cities in America, if not the world. Most likely America, though. So, yeah. Not too pretty. Not too pretty at all. Look at this thing. Just out of range. I'll just go ahead and do that. Because our weapon is at the pinnacle of what it... Well, maybe not necessarily the pinnacle, considering that I don't have, you know, the 27% gems, and... Again, you know, that's kind of where, I feel like Bloodborne missed the mark in that regard. Considering the sheer fact that, for some reason, they just said, you know, let's give you the option to get these super overpowered gems and whatnot, right? But most of the time, you just can't, you won't have them unless you go online, you know? I feel like the blood gem system as a whole is just really cool, but it misses the mark in the sense that if you don't do it, there is just so much damage that you are missing out on. You are literally potentially missing out on sometimes 200 plus damage, depending on the kind of weapon. If you've got, like, super good, say, if you've got a thrust weapon, like the Rider Palash, right, and you got thrust gems, like all thrust gems, you are literally missing out sometimes on, like, 200 plus damage, if you don't have, like, the really good thrust gems. Same with, like, a blunt weapon, and you don't have the good blunt gems, so it's just, I don't know. I just don't know what they were thinking with that. But here we have another instance of a woman.
God, I'm nauseous. Have you felt this? It's progressing. I can see things. I knew it. I'm different. I'm no beast. Oh, God, it feels awful. But it proves that I'm chosen. Don't you see how they writhe inside my head? It's rather rapturous.
Yep. So I was just like, let me go ahead and rock her world like a hurricane. And now that we have both of those umbilical cords, we are only missing one more that we will get from killing a boss. And that's usually the way I like to handle that situation, because if you send Ariana there, you'll get the cord from her after you kill the infant, then you can go to the Yusufka's clinic, kill the fake Yusufka, and you'll have another one, and then you can just kill the boss, Miracle's Wet Nurse, and bada bing, bada boom, 3 cords, you know? I know that there's one in the Hunter's Dream area workshop, or whatever thing, but I don't like dealing with that jump. I just really don't. It's just annoying. I'd much rather just do the safer method that doesn't involve nearly as much stress. I tell you what though, folks, this has been a really cool playthrough, and I know that I'm approaching mainly the end, because after I deal with a few bosses in this base game, I'm pretty much just going to go ahead and kill the DLC bosses and do the DLC, and then that's that. You know? I know that I already did a bit of the DLC just to get a few items, but yeah. I hope that throughout this playthrough you have also seen how useful, say, the threaded cane is. Because, you know, my main goal with, like, this playthrough, with this skill playthrough, is to, like, you know, just show you how effective the threaded cane can be under the right circumstances. You know, spending the time, getting the gems, getting used to the moveset, taking advantage of different attacks and whatnot. It's a very, very, very versatile weapon, and it's really unfortunate that people overlook it. Oh my goodness, right as I'm recording, all of this commotion is happening. I don't know if that's a trash can or anything. We've got cop cars, trash cans. What's next? You know, like, are we gonna have some freaking hailstorms so that I can hear like massive buffets? I don't know, but I'm hoping not. I'm just hoping that we can have, you know, just a bit of simplicity in our recording. So I do apologize again for this. You know, there's only so much that we can do. We can have a soundproof room, quote unquote, but you know, if we're hearing loud sirens that are, you know, designed to be loud to capture everyone's attention, and freaking dumpsters or whatever, you know, then you can only do so much. I love how, like, they still talk their dialogue after they're dead. Like, it doesn't just instantly cut off. It's like they still say a full sentence as they're already dead. Alrighty, Upper Cathedral Ward. We got this from the key in the, Yahargul? Yes, Yahargul, I believe. I was just demonstrating there that these are canon, and so they're resistant to, you know, regular attacks, and so they want thrust attacks. Thrust attacks are the way to go. You do a thrust attack, and that will destroy them. Pretty easily. I just said, let me go ahead and deal with him from a distance, because he will spam crap, and you don't want any of that. So just eviscerate that idiot. And a thrust attack. Very good stuff. These enemies are really interesting to me for several reasons that I will point out in, if not this episode, another episode, believe it or not. I was just, you know, showcasing the effectiveness and whatnot. And always remember, if you're trying to hit an enemy on the ground, aim the camera down. That's the way to go. Just listen to the music. Ominous. Beautiful. You know, I hope you guys check out that guest discussion, because, you know, a friend of mine mentioned something that's kind of heart-wrenching for me. And it's the idea that, you know, once PS4, like, once they pull the PS4, like, with the same crap that they pulled the PS3, you know, like, Bloodborne is literally done. That's horrifying. That is genuinely horrifying. Like, even if, like, they cut down the servers like they did with PS3 Demon Souls, you know, you can still play PS3 Demon Souls if you have it, right? But these people are choosing to try and, you know, pretty much just make it unplayable after a while, and that's really, really scary to think about. You really take the time to think about that. He was still alive, so I was like, oh, just a little bit surprised. If I would have did a charge attack, he would have been eviscerated, though, considering how much damage you just saw that do. But yeah, it's just really, really crazy to me. Counter damage. But yeah, excuse me, but yes, that's really scary for me, you know, like, because, like, it's just not right that a masterpiece is just going to be overlooked because a company is trying to be shady. But here's the threaded cheese, baby, doing its thing. Now look at this. Because of the threaded cheese, you can hit him, get his aggro, he runs forward, and you can hit him again. And bada bing bada boom, you have access to a key, and you can pretty much skip the entirety of, like, some of this area. Although Upper Cathedral Ward isn't really a large area as a whole. but you can skip it even quicker if you have like a long-reaching weapon that can get his attention. And should they do like the proper AI and they run forward at you and whatnot, you'll have a free kill. You know? You got 3 werewolf dudes hanging up on this chandelier, swinging like I believe that. Who was that? Miley or something? I don't know. Not that I really care, to be honest. I hate a lot of music these days. And as you heard, that was a one-shot, baby. Just showing you the power, because I do believe I do have a a claw mark on, so complete destruction. And this was, and that was just what cane mode. Keep in mind that I get bonus damage on the visceral if I was using the whip. Now you don't necessarily have to engage these guys, but I was just showing that you definitely can if you have like the right thing. I know it's kind of stupid to take on all those enemies at once, but I'm not trying to flex my skills. I'm just saying that taking advantage of say corners, stairs, and whatnot, parries, it can really make it a bit easier, especially because these enemies are programmed to be very aggressive in the sense that if they hit you, they are programmed to attack you again because you're going to try and usually dodge backwards, and so they're programmed to just endlessly attack you. But if you take advantage of that and say you shoot them and they try and retaliate by like attacking you again, you can shoot again and get a parry easily that way. Cosmic Watcher badge, that will give you access to blue elixir, beast blood pellets, as well as shaman bone blades in the item shop. So that is very much worth picking up, mainly for the beast blood pellet and the blue elixir, because if you're doing say like a new game, I don't know, maybe like it's not necessarily a speed run, I'd say. It's more so just like you're just trying to beat this game as many times as possible. And so you're mainly doing bosses after you get all the items that you want in, say, the first playthrough, I mean. You can just take that and you are relatively unnoticeable from most enemies and whatnot, and so you can just run right by them. They'll still attack you, obviously, if you're close, but you can run right by them. You won't have to worry about getting shot. So it's a nice little speed runny kind of thingy. Definitely worth it. So right there, I was just showing you, like, if you go ahead and transform the weapon to the whip mode, since it has serration damage, you will do a buttload of damage to that enemy. Whatnot. And over here, I was just like, let me go ahead and show you. Can't smack this idiot through the wall. And just look at how much health this son of a gun had. Full charged R2. They're weak to thrusting, and he took that. Really not too pleasant. Not too pleasant at all. By the way, I've also decided to do a playthrough of this game from New Game to +6 just because I felt like it. I'm playing Dark Souls 3 on the side. Well, actually, I'm playing this on the side. I'm mainly playing Dark Souls 3 right now. And whatnot. And I really do want to do playthroughs of Dark Souls and whatnot, but I just feel like it's such a longer game that I feel like it's just better done in a stream. Like I know that a lot of people don't really care for, watching the full stream, but I mean on YouTube it's really nice because you can timestamp and, just say, alright, I'll just watch some of this here and then I'll finish watching some of this here. Like, you don't have to watch the full stream, just watch it in sections. That's the beauty about timestamps, That's how I usually do it, I don't really watch a full stream. I just watch, just a little bit here and there and whatnot. Like maybe 30 minutes, put the timestamp wherever I was, come back to it, that kind of thing. And so this, we have the legendary L, as I call it. I know it's make contact, but it's the L. You do that so that enemies can hold that L. They can hold those L's. And I said, hey, I do want the tea bags, so we put the tea bag right on. But yeah, that's literally almost all of this area. Like, there's just not much to here. And I feel like that's kind of silly because I know that, like, the choir isn't really, like, in orchestral. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. It's more so, like, just in name alone. They're actually, like, Bergenworth scholars, but for the church, pretty much. I don't know, I just feel like they could have did a bit more with this area, I also find the music, not the music, but the wind gust right there, really nice because, you know, like as you go up higher and whatnot, gusts of wind become more. They're more noticeable. I'm not saying that, you know, you get blown off in real life. I'm just saying that, you know, like they're more noticeable. They have more strength and whatnot. So I like that little change. So here, as you can see, I have a lot of soul items, and this is just mainly from picking stuff up and killing Rom, and that's where all the kin stuff from, and you know, picking up a whole bunch of what is it called? You know, like just random soul items and whatnot. And so we're just doing that. I know it's called blood dews and whatnot, but let's be real. Cold blood dew echo thingies or whatnot. Like, let's come on now. Let's just be real. That's a lot. That's just a lot of unnecessary stuff where you could just say souls or something. Some people might make a big deal out of that, but you're certainly not going to find it with me. But yeah, that's going to go ahead and conclude this episode. And when we continue next episode, I have a very nice surprise for you guys, because I think you're not going to I don't really think you're going to realize just how serious I pretty much was in that. But yeah, I'm just showing off a few things over here. Mainly the thing that I want to show off is that, you know, now that we have the, what is it called? I was looking to sell something. Now that we have, again, the Cosmic Eye Watcher badge, I just wanted to showcase, you know, getting a few, Beast Blood pellets and whatnot. Arcane Gem. I was like, I don't need that and whatnot. Because I just wanted that additional level.
Welcome. What is it? Very well. Let me start.
Now, if you guys did not know, the doll actually is voiced by the same woman who voiced the Maiden in Black. So, if you did detect a similarity in the voice, that's because it's the same person. I like it, though. I wonder what this... I should probably look her up, because, like, I wonder, like, what her accent is. Because I can detect her rolling her tongue with R's. She says, "Let me stand close, now shut your eyes." You know, stuff like that. You can hear a lot of tongue rolling and whatnot. So I wonder where she is from. That might be something worth looking up. Although I'm sure that I'm, you know, just talking to myself, considering that YouTube doesn't show these to anyone, and the algorithm is dog crap, as well as the fact that people usually don't watch all the way to the end. They usually click off by then, so that's that. But maybe this will get showcased over time, you know. Maybe randomly in 70 years, YouTube will say, "Hey, you want to watch Bloodborne?" You know? Long after Sony has pretty much disallowed any freaking access on it. You know? So I was like, yeah, you can go ahead and just do that. Blue elixirs, that's what I'm talking about. Like the things that you can just use to, like, walk past people and whatnot. It's pretty useful. Pretty useful. But that pretty much wraps up this playthrough, folks, for today. And when we come back next time, as I'm mentioning, you are going to be in for quite the treat, considering just how, let's just say that I was very much the storm that is approaching. So thank you all for watching, God bless, and I will see you next time.